What's up, Rubits? Little Big Robots back with another video. It's been a while. I was sick, had a funeral, and was sick again. And so I kind of enjoyed just taking the time off. But if you're new here, if you haven't seen my videos before, and you tend to like little versions of big robots like this is probably absolutely a perfect example of what I do on my channel. Then please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscriptions. Getting close. I think I'm at 3,400, 3,500, something like that. This is, I believe, now I'm going to say this wrong, but this should be by Fresh Retro Mecha project. I don't know if with some of these smaller bot companies, or at least ones that I don't know everything about. Sometimes it's hard to know exactly who makes what, but they're listed under Fresh Retro, and Fresh Retro is a system. It's bots, obviously, but it's also, let me see if I can find it here on BBTS. I was looking at it earlier. It's also a company that makes these cool like diorama sets. You can kind of get an idea of how large they are. Let me see if I can get that to stop reflecting. There we go. You can see how large they are when you see the size of the bot here. So that is a good, oh, that's got to be a good, let's see, it should even list. Normally they list the height here. Let's see here. It does not, but it's obviously quite tall. That's $80, but you get all this cool stuff in it. So I think that the idea is that Fresh Retro is making these this whole system of bots and dioramas really mostly for that. And sneeze attack, I'm glad I paused for that. But as you can tell, the pricing is for each bot is around $30 to $35 dollars. Now this is the one I got here. That one, you need to keep an eye on. What I do is I actively keep an eye on sales. Excuse me. For different sites, I check the sales area for Big Bad Toy Store on Amazon. I have it all bookmarked, and I'm constantly looking at it. Let's look at the box first a little bit. This, for 118, this is a fantastic design. It's not really, I mean, of course, it works with 118, but it could be a kind of a pretty generic, size agnostic toy. It's a little bit too short for 112 figures like Marvel Legends and stuff like that. But again, it's a robot. It could be. That's the great thing about robots and stuff like that is they're not bound by sizes of average realism. This could be the size of the bot in real life. Let's set that down. So, but one of their gimmicks here is that they have these magnetized feet. You can see there, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, magnetized feet. But the stands they come with, and all of them generously come with these cool stands, have the magnetized plate there. I don't know how strong. They're really strong. What I liked about that earlier as I was messing with it is you can, of course, do, oops. Let's take the weapons out for now. What a great time to have an allergy tech. You can do, funny stands and stuff or funny poses. And the bots will stick on there, so you can even minus some sections and just use the magnetized area. So for example, if you just pop that off like this, I forget how to do it. I think it pops out like this. Let's see here. I don't want to break it because I'm here on camera. There you go. So you can take that back plate off. You can take this little front thing off, and you can just use this magnetized plate as a great way to put some dynamic poses. But let's look at the bots more. And I'm going to open another one, and I'm going to show you connect two together. This was $17. I'm not sure why this one in particular is on sale. There is one that looks much cooler, I think, just a little less bulky in the arms and stuff. I'll probably pick one of those up eventually. They were $30, $34. But if you keep an eye on the sales, you're going to find stuff like this all the time. So I immediately, of course, I was like, I have to get more than one. I bought one to make sure of the quality. I looked up some reviews, and I was like, those are really, really cool. Decided to get 3. As you can see, the details are great. There's not much along the lines of weathering. But again, you can, it's easy enough to do, especially on this, but you can see all the tons and tons of detail. There's these cool little clear parts like that, even on the back side here. Now, I don't know, maybe someone else out there knows if there is other parts or some other little gimmicky things that I'm missing here, but I don't think so. I'm also curious, and let me know out there if somebody knows as well, if this, the arms are easy to, if they're easy to pull apart and stuff, if you could disassemble them relatively easy, because as I look at it, I'm not seeing any screws. And the problem with that is if the parts start to get loose to joints and stuff, it is much harder to disassemble, to maybe fix that or customize, whatever. Each hand is pretty neat. I believe the fingers are separate, are bendable, and the thumb. Is the thumb? Yeah, and the thumb. No, the thumb is not. Okay. But that's a great little, so you can simply put any one of the little weapons, this cool looking gun, this fun little combat knife, this axe, which I thought the axe was interesting. It could be like a firefighting tool. I thought that was really cool. I like industrial uses for bots. I think it's fun. And it's easy enough to get in there. But look at how the hand has all this cool, and all it is probably a ball joint, is what I'm thinking. So one of the problems, without screws, you can see the seam lines where they just basically have welded them together, and that can be an issue later. There's a bit of a ratchetiness there. It's kind of locking into place, so that's kind of interesting. I don't feel that anywhere else. But just as a bot, it looks cool. It looks like something that would be out of like a, what was the bot that was, the Hugh Jackman would use it for boxing and stuff. So, I mean, it's just got tons and tons of posability. So I don't know if this is an independent company. I don't know anything about that, but so far I'm really, really liking their design stuff. I don't know. I haven't looked much into it to where I can see if they're having like a, expanding the line kind of in a way. So let's open another one. So if you know out there anything about Fresh Retro, please let me know. I don't know that I need a razor. Let's see. I think I can just open this one. When you have three, what's good about that is if you want to save one in a box, you can do that. You don't have to worry about the others keeping it. Oh, let's use the handy. Oh my God, really? Here, I'm just going to do it. I don't really care. I've got three of these. Use the handy firefighting tool. So package is real basic. Nice and compact, but for $17 is like, you're damn right I'm gonna buy three of those, because you get just for the potential of customs one day or whatever. Oops, you just get so much fun stuff. I'd also like to thank them for not putting those little, what's the term for the little plastic bits that hold things, so many things in these days. I can't stand those things. They're just everywhere. So see, same bot. But again, I wonder if their feet would not go. Oh, they will go together. Then you get the stand. Again, this system alone, they are selling. Obviously, that's what their dioramas are. But even you could sell even kind of smaller. Maybe they do. I'll have to look on that list. Like just sell 2 or 3 of these alone. That would be really cool for $30 or $20 or something. Just expansion packs for the set. But I think they're trying to encourage you to get the diorama packs, which is understandable. I would love to, buy one of those one day. Let's do this. Instead of hooking them up end to end like that, where the metal is on the same end, the magnetic plate is on the same end, let's just hook them up side to side, opposite each other. And then you can simply do a cool, more of a group thing. And then of course I got the third one that would go right there, which is fantastic. And then I don't know that I don't know that it's that important that it can stand there on a magnetized plate, sideways and stuff. I don't think that's really, you're not going to be placing them sideways like that. I think the idea though is that you can use those magnets to put in some really dynamic poses. And I don't know that I can stress enough the importance of being able to have some things on the shelf like this and not having them just fall over constantly. Or your kitty comes along and knocks at them and doesn't knock them off the shelf. I now have a kitten, of course, a new kitten, and that's happening. So I love that system of it. Like I said, that alone, for $17, these little plates, they can probably work, even minus the plates, could probably work just, for displays for all sorts of bots. But this brilliant little thing here is great. And then also, since they're magnetized, you could stick their feet to other metallic surfaces, which is really handy. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the third one in a box or if I'm going to go ahead and open it or not. But you get all these extra connector parts here for the stands. This one was interesting. I think this might be like, oh, that's the one you use for the back, I believe. Let's see. I can't remember, but one of these you use to hold up this cool bit back here, which I think is great. You got this cool bit, this is going to be used for the diorama, the guardrails on the diorama. So if you have this stacked up, that's what that's for. But I mean, for $17, amazing. Would I do $32 to $35 for one? I mean, it's still a really nice design. It's still really well made. I think if you just really want it in your collection, yeah. What I don't get here, and somebody can answer this for me maybe, see that little hole there? I don't know why, if you turn it around, you turn the waist around, how much cooler that looks instead of this hole. And I don't know what that's about. I don't know if, that's why I was wondering, do they have plans to kind of like add, I thought maybe something could be held there, but of course that's an odd place to hold something. Maybe it's maybe you could put extra armor in there or something. Maybe I was missing piece of armor. I don't really know. So if anybody knows, let me know. But of course, they're super duper posable. I'm not going to go through all the bending and posing and stuff like that. I hate those parts of videos. But you can see just about how posable I'm able to make it. The crunch is real nice. But I am afraid that will get quite loose over time. See, and here's another advantage of so I put them in that cool pose, and then you can do these cool little one-legged, like, I wonder how much it can hold. Let's see here. Let's put him, let's put him kind of like he's picking some up and getting ready to throw it up in the air. Look at that, that's cool. See, that's brilliant right there. That is absolutely brilliant. For these little, 20-cent little pieces of metal, 2-cent magnets, you throw it in the feet of it, and then you're able to put these things in dynamic poses that you couldn't put other figures in naturally without an additional stand. Those are really cool. That's a really cool looking. Let me see if I'm going to get a little screenshot here. Let's go. Let's get a little boop. Wow, that is really neat. I play with a lot of toys. When I get them, I'll play with them and mess with them, stuff like that. But since I've been off for the last couple weeks, I have literally just kind of checked out. I've just been working and allowing my brain to just kind of rest, if that makes sense. And so I haven't really got a chance to play with these, but just stuff like that, like ballet poses. You could do all sorts of crazy stuff. Or you could do one where they're facing each other. It's like he's diving at them. I mean, that's fantastic. Isn't that cool? Anyway, enjoy. That is the Mecha project from Brave 13. I think Brave 13 is the name of the bot, from Fresh Retro. I get mine on BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store. Just Google it, but BBTS is great because they have $4 flat rate shipping. That means no matter how big your box is, $4 to ship it to you. It's no mess. Really, really cool. Have a good day, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.